Hi, I'm Jim Rotz, and today we're at the Old Man Outdoors Proving Grounds looking at tent sizes. Specifically, hoping to give you some information to let you decide on what size backpacking tent you should buy. Now, I've been a big fan of the Big Agnes tents for a while, and since I have a Copper Spur 1, 2, 3, and 4, we should be able to do a nice apples to apples comparison. Now, I'll throw a couple charts up first, and then we'll dive into each tent. The Copper Spur 1 is my most used tent. Now, I've used this on solo through hikes of the Colorado Trail, John Muir Trail, Long Trail, Tahoe Rim Trail, and others. I've spent a lot of nights in this tent, and probably the best way to describe it is cozy. There's not a lot of extra floor room. Once you're in here, you pretty much fill it, though there is a pocket over here. I don't know if you can see that. Small pocket that you can put some things in, but it is definitely a one-person tent unless it's an emergency. I'll leave it to you to decide what an emergency really is. With all my time in this tent, I do think it is a great tent for solo backpacking. I'm about 6'2", 180 pounds. When I was a young man outdoors, I was probably 6'3", but that's another story. But anyhow, there is enough room for me to lay down flat without hitting the ends. I can sit up straight without hitting the roof of the tent, or really hitting the sides, as long as I'm in the right place. And then certainly the vestibule is not large, but it works. 9 square feet. It'll hold your pack and a pair of shoes if need be. I bought the Copper Spur 2 as an option when I first talked my wife into trying backpacking. 2 adults fit, but it's pretty tight unless you don't have much of a need for personal space, or very close, or preferably deeply in love. Right, dear?
Too tight for me. I'm out of here.
Okay then. It does seem a little funny to me. The Copper Spur 1 has a floor of 20 square feet, but the Copper Spur 2 doesn't have 40 square feet. It doesn't even have 30 square feet. You're looking at 29 square feet. It's no wonder it's tight in there. You do get 2 vestibules, both of them 9 feet, same as the Copper Spur 1. So storage is still fairly good. On the plus side, there are 2 doors. So if someone needs to leave either in the middle of the night or in a huff, they don't have to crawl over the top of you to go out. It's probably best suited for someone and a dog, maybe somebody that just likes a roomy tent, or perhaps, you know, if you have a small child and want to try out backpacking with them. But for 2 people, it is tough. The Copper Spur 3 here, in my mind, is actually a great size for a 2-person tent. You've got 41 square feet inside, just barely over double the Copper Spur 1. It does weigh about 3.5 pounds, though if you're hiking with 2, you can split that between the 2 hikers. And again, that's still a bit less than 2 Copper Spur 1s. Plenty of room inside for 2 sleeping bags, and after a couple days when you start getting a little gamey, it's nice to know that you can keep your nose at least a couple feet from your tent partner's armpit. I think even 2 people and a dog could work in the Copper Spur 3. The footprint's starting to get fairly large, but most flat spots that could hold a smaller 2-person tent could also hold this one. At 5 pounds 4 ounces, the Copper Spur 4 is getting pretty heavy, but it is just plain huge. This tent's starting to move into car camping territory. You can see here with the fly left off, you could get 3 people in there fairly comfortably. For 2, it's an actual mansion. It would be a great home base if you were taking short trips and didn't want to haul it real far. So why did I buy the Copper Spur for? I actually got it for a Boundary Waters trip. When you're hauling your gear by canoe, certainly comfort is more important than ounces. It was great to pull out of the canoe, set up, maybe stay at home base for a couple days, tear it down, head somewhere else. Great for that. Seriously, backpack with 4 people though, I would not use it. I would look more at 2 smaller tents. But that's just me. So there you have it. Think about your present situation, maybe your future plans. One of these sizes should become an obvious choice for you. Or if you're like me, maybe think about just buying them all. If you liked this video, hit the subscribe button. In the meantime, take care and keep hiking.